Hey man, say man, welcome to another Act Like You Know video. We are starting off on the Western Conference Finals. The number 1 seeded Oklahoma City Thunder versus the number 6 seed Minnesota Timberwolves. This should be a great series. We have the Aura versus Aura matchup. We have the face of the league possibly matchup. Whoever wins this is going to be the new face of the league for the new generation. We have SGA. We have Anthony Edwards. This should be a fantastic series. These two teams went 2-2 throughout the regular season. I would not pay too much attention to that because Chet and Caruso were out game one of the regular season series, and then Randall and Gobert did not play the last three of the regular season series. So wash that all away. There are things to take away from the regular season that will definitely be a play in this series, but just for the record, I would not take much into consideration as both teams were not healthy in either of these games. So this will be the first time all teams are healthy and they'll all match up and all see each other. So I think it's going to be a fun and exciting series. I think the series is definitely going over 5 games for sure. But yeah, let's get into it. So the Thunder are just a fantastic team. Everyone, you've heard about it all year. Just the depth that they can throw at you, the way they can turn you over, number 1 rated defense, all that. And then the Timberwolves, they're also a great defense, shoot the ball excellently from outside. Julius Randle's playing the best stretch of basketball probably in his career, and that's coming from a Knicks fan who's seen him start the change for our organization until Brunson came in and lifted us to a new level. But Julius Randle, this is the best I've seen him in the playoffs for sure. And this is the best that he's probably played in his career, honestly. So just an interesting matchup. Also, Timberwolves have a great bench themselves with Naz Reid, 6th man of the year, who's even having a better year than he had last year when he won 6th man of the year. You have Dante DiVincenzo, Alexander Walker. Oh, the Cousins are playing against each other. That's pretty cool. The Cousins are playing against each other, Alexander Walker and SGA. So that'll be exciting to see for sure. I wonder if they're going to be able to match up against each other, see if they get back to some younger days when they used to play with each other. But that's neither here nor there. Back to the series. So my X factors for this series are going to be, let's start off on the Timberwolves side. Julius Randle. Huge X factor. We got to see if he can continue his momentum and be able to dominate. I think Julius Randle needs to be the best second option out of both of the teams. Like, he needs to outplay Jalen Williams as the best second option for both teams. Julius Randle has to be able to punish Chet or spread out Hartenstein or whoever they throw at him. If they put Caruso like they did against Jokic last series, he has to be able to dominate that matchup. And then also for the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo. He's been playing good, but his shooting has not been great. I feel like I haven't seen Dante DiVincenzo really had a great shooting night since the regular season. It'd be great to see him kind of get his rhythm back from the outside and really be able to become an X factor during the series, open up some things for but Anthony Edwards to attack downhill. And overall, I think another big X factor for the Timberwolves is going to be protecting the ball. They need to protect the ball. They need to limit the turnovers because during the regular season, they turned over the ball a lot against the Thunder, and the Thunder are excellent in transition. If they start getting out of transition, they can start going on 13, 14-0 runs as you saw during the Nuggets series, and they need to protect the ball. That is the number 1 key during the series for the Timberwolves is protect the ball. Do not have any careless turnovers. Ant cannot go out there, see a double team and start turning the ball over. Julius Randle, Mike Conley, all the boys. They need to protect the ball because this team can be really sloppy with the ball. And if they get really sloppy with the ball during this series will end in about 5 games. If the series ends in 5 games, that means the pressure of the Thunder got to the Timberwolves and they started turning them over consistently throughout the series. As for the Thunder, I think their X factor is actually going to be Chet Holmgren. Now, Jalen Williams will play a big effect. He can't go disappearing. He can't have toward 8 nights. He can't go 3 of 16 with 8 points. I know he has like 10 assists and whatnot, but they need Jalen Williams to step up. But Chet Holmgren, can he can he take Rudy Gobert off the floor when they go to their Chet Holmgren as their center lineup? Can they spread out the Timberwolves defense, and can Chet Holmgren be able to find a rhythm from outside, because his shot hasn't been great from outside lately in this playoffs, but can he find the rhythm from outside, really attack Rudy Gobert off the dribble and take him out the game? Because we haven't seen Rudy Gobert getting taken out of a series yet like he normally does in past series, where a lot of people like to point out that you can't win a championship with Rudy Gobert on the floor because he can't go out and guard the best people, go out and guard stretch fours or stretch whatevers, like the Terrence Mann game or etc. Or against Luka and them, he kept getting switched on, they kept attacking him. So it's going to be huge to see if Chet can do that, if he can take him out the game and make them play with Naz Reid or someone else throughout the series. So that's going to be a huge X factor. Also, just the depth of Case and Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, all the boys off the bench. Are they going to be able to, Alex Caruso obviously, are they going to be able to continue the ball pressure, get into Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle and really be a huge part of the series? Obviously, I think we know that Alex Caruso is going to do his thing, but can Casey Wallace and Aaron Wiggins continue to have the great play that they had throughout the last two series and really flip it when we go bench for bench? Oklahoma City's bench needs to be better than Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo, Alexander Walker, as I said before. And I do think they have the better bench, but I wonder if the moment might be too big for them. I don't think it will be, because they obviously, it wasn't big enough when they were going against the Thunder, and that bench really flipped that game when Jokic went out and they went bench for bench, even though the Nuggets don't really have that great of a bench as we've seen all year, but they really did flip that game when those boys came in. As for the series, I don't think Mark Daigneault, I think he loses his coaching matchup to Finch. I'm not going to lie. I think he does. Just like if I was going coach for coach in a playoff series, I think Timberwolves head coach can definitely coach better than the Thunder's head coach, just with in-game adjustments and whatnot. But I do think, obviously, when you have the better team, sometimes you don't have to adjust a lot. You just stick with your game plan of the series, and that's what's going to work. But for the series in totality, another thing to look out for is Anthony Edwards has not played that. He's not been amazing against the Thunder during the regular season. So I wonder if we'd be able to turn it up a notch. I think he will, obviously. This is Anthony Edwards again we're talking about. And then SGA has been phenomenal against the Timberwolves. Obviously, I think McDaniels is going to match up on him, but I want to see if Anthony Edwards is going to take on that challenge of, I'm going to guard SGA, I'm going to stop SGA, but I wonder if that will affect his offensive output. Obviously, I don't think he's going to start off on him, but I think there's going to be stretches, obviously, when Ant's going to want to take on that challenge, especially in like fourth quarters or whatnot. So that's going to be fun to see, these two stars going at it. Another thing to look out for, there's actually another thing else to look out for. Well, just the fact that SGA just, like I said, kills the Timberwolves in the regular season. He had 37, 39, and 40 in 3 of the 4 matchups. So I expect him to be great this series. It's gonna be cool to see what adjustment the Timberwolves throw at him. I wonder if they're gonna implore not necessarily the zone that the Nuggets threw at the Thunder, but if they're gonna have someone kind of showing or in the gaps for whoever's guarding SGA, that way he can't get to his mid-range spots and make the others beat them. I mean, obviously that should be the plan, but the other plan could be we're going to let SGA get his and we're going to shut everyone else off, which is going to be hard to do because they just have so much depth. They can just keep coming at you at different ways, like I said. So I don't know if that's the best strategy. I kind of like the strategy where we're showing, and the Timberwolves are quick enough to get back out there, unlike the Nuggets. They're quick enough to show and recover to whoever's out there and get a good contest. So with that being said, my prediction is I'm going to go with Thunder in 6. I wanted to go with the Timberwolves. I want to see Ann in the finals. I like to see SJ in the finals. I like both these teams. These teams are great to watch. But I just think the speed, the athleticism, and I think the defense and just the Timberwolves' ability to take care of the ball is going to change the series. And I think after 5 to 6 games, they're going to just wear on the Timberwolves. And I think that they'll be able to pull away. I think there'll probably be one, maybe two kind of blowouts or a game where it kind of gets away from the Timberwolves. And I think that'll be enough for the Thunder to win this series in 6. So I got the Thunder going to the NBA Finals. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you like this content, I'm out.